Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to be talking about the CLA EPIC and how to make your sound epic, mixing in depth. So anyways, if most of you have already seen this plugin pop up in most of the Waves emails that are coming out, but also a lot of other people have reviewed this. Why would you want to use this instead of creating your own buses, send and returns? I want to talk about that a little bit. What are the situations where this can be helpful? Talk a little bit about CPU usage is one of the things that people concern themselves with. End of the day, answer the question, do you really need it? What it does by now should be clear. You have 4 different types of delays going into, and that is the operative word here, into 4 different types of reverbs.
I'll take you down on the only road I've been down.
Without
you
Epic.
know the one
With Epic.
that takes you to the places where all the veins meet. Yeah. Oh.
So anyways, the big takeaway is like, first of all, you put reverb on your delays so they sound more realistic. I think that is the big takeaway. The second takeaway is to use several different reverbs and delays to kind of trick the ear to have a more interesting, maybe not realistic, but interesting space in which our music lives. And like I think CLA said, that nothing is natural, nothing is recreating something that is natural. And I agree with that, because if you go into a church and try to hold a concert in a church, see how you're doing. It's a beautiful reverb, but it kills your music. I'm going to show you, first of all, how I recreated this. Before I was able to get this plugin, I watched CLA's video and I kind of was hooked. So why was I hooked? Well, first of all, the Wham-O Zippo.
Wham-O, turn this up, build into the chorus, back down, okay, break down, Zippo, okay, back into the chorus, still, boom, they're back up. Now it created this landscape that now goes valleys and hills and far away, over the hills and far away, like Led Zeppelin.
I started laughing so hard because I felt like I'm in a TV show. I think that Chris Lord-Alge is just hilarious. He has his own unique way of talking, super commandeering, super bossy, super, I don't know, but it's just fun to watch. I mean, that thing alone distracted me from everything. I was like, wow. You know, I've seen him before, but I was like, wow, he is really on fire. And so let me show you how I did this with my setup, so just to recreate this, just to give you an idea what it takes. So I actually created a template that's called Wham-O Zippo. I call this the Wham-O Zippo template. Now check it out. Okay? Okay? All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So here's what we got here. Here are my delays. Here are my reverbs. So what I'm doing here with the slap delay, for example, I'm feeding it into the chamber reverb here. Same thing with the tape, but I could easily say, okay, I want this one to go into the hall as well. And so here I can do my Wham-O Zippo. I can bring down all the reverbs, just individual reverbs, and then season them to taste. Here, for example, I have a drum kit, and if I wanted to do this here, I can say, okay, so let me send all of them to the reverbs and then just test out how this sounds, how a particular blend sounds. Now, the difference here is that if I do this for one track, right, the setting might be perfect for one track, but then it affects all the other sends as well on the vocal tracks and so forth. So that might not be the easiest. So the easiest way then is to kind of really adjust it from here. So anyways, as you can see, it becomes quite an interesting matrix here. So we have a vocal track here. We can send it to slap, tape, throw, crowd, plate, room, chamber, and hall, right? So this is basically the exact same thing. And so you have 8 8 here. And then here on the delay side, you have these 4 that you're sending to the reverbs. And you can, of course, say how much you're sending. So you can blend this. This, to me, has about the same flexibility. I'm using Machine Mark III here. And I can easily set these up, right? So I have my delays here, slab tape. So I can do the Wham-O Zippo as Chris Lord-Alge requests, right? So this is very easily doable. I have my own controller for this. So this might be totally flexible, and having a manual controller is something you can do with the EPIC plugin as well, but here it is just very easy to do. I want all my reverbs gone, boom, Zippo, Wham-O, Zippo, Wham-O, Zippo. So it is doable, and to be honest, this would be my preferred workflow, right? This gets actually closer in my book to Chris Lord-Alge's workflow, because I can also here now change the type of delays and reverbs that I want, and I'm preloading them with 4 different ones, 4 different plates. The UAD Pure plate, if I wanted that, the Abbey Road plate, and the Lexicon, right? And same thing here with the Room. There is also a great Lexicon 480L setting. Neoverb is really great for doing that. Space Designer, also great. Don't forget your DAWs. And here on each, I'm applying the Abbey Road reverb trick here on each, but of course you can send this to taste and use, it's a bit more flexible in my book than the EPIC. Does it look as good as the EPIC? Probably not. Now, why do I still like the EPIC a lot? Well, here's the thing. This is a template. So I can now start with a session. And then I can, set this up. But in many cases, you're not starting like that. With me, you're getting into a session that already exists. Good luck implementing it on this. Would be quite a hassle doing that. So just use EPIC. So I think the number one thing is practice with EPIC. I think you're going to learn a lot for the workflow. I'm learning a lot from it because I really get to hear how things sound without worrying about signal flow, buses, sends, returns. It gets a little bit overwhelming, and Chris makes this point. It's just don't worry about this. He basically has it all dialed in on his SSL console. It's dialed in. He says he's barely touching them.
They're preset. Okay, tempo-based, time-based. It's done. You're not touching these. How you blend those.
It's dialed in, and then he flavors and seasons to taste. So I put this here on the vocals. I put it on not the drum bus, but I put it on the room. So right now I'm just sending it to the drums and to the vocals. Of course, you can then use it on guitars as well, and you can pretty much put it anywhere. But for you guys who are thinking like, well, hold on a second, how much CPU is this consuming? On that note, let's look at the CPU usage. All right. Yeah, we have one here on the snare, and I'm making them big to make them look epic. Imagine I would have them like this. They don't look epic. CLA would be calling. That is not a risk I want to take. There we go. So we have 3 of them. So what happens if we just duplicate those?
No change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change, but I'm here in my mode. I am here in my mode, and I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mode. Oh, no change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change, but I'm here.
So during the chorus, I can automate this. I can go from the tape, apply less tape delay and more throw delay. and kind of like automate it on the sentences. So that is also very easy to do. Let's see how many we got active here. Let's play it again.
In my mode, I am here in my mode, and I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't.
So yeah, we're pushing it a little bit here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, or so 13 instances that are running, plus, you know, a whole bunch of other things. So it's definitely, let's take those off and see how much that changes. But it's not doing anything to my system, and my latency is, what do I have it set up to, my buffer size? This is a 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro. Sorry, M1, you didn't make it for the 16-inch. Many of those plugins wouldn't even work with it. So yeah, this is a 2.9 up to 5 gigahertz, 8 core with 64 gigs of RAM. I don't think the RAM matters. 2.48 core i9, so it goes up to 5 gigahertz. So amazing machine. I think with any iMac you should be fine. And in the future with the M1s, once it's properly coded, they won't have much problems with this.
You know, the one that takes you to the places where all the veins meet. Yeah. Oh. No change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change, but I'm here in my mode, I am here.
My bad here. Yeah, it wasn't turned off. So anyway.
In my mode, and I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mode. No, 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 no.
Yeah, so this to me, this sounds really good. I'm using it like so. Plate, a little bit of room, a good amount of room, hall, not too much of the hall, and then space. So we can take these out individually, and then you'll see what that does.
Recognize the pain in me, yeah. I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind. I feel free now.
Yeah, so just a really a wonderful plugin, and just the ability to kind of like mute them from here really quickly is also super cool. You have an output button instead of, in case you're clipping here, and then this mix button. So yes, it is in the inserts, but you can do quite a lot of those. And just this interface is kind of really easy to deal with. You know, it's kind of like, you don't have to think too much. And even like at its highest settings, nothing is really like going out of whack. The other thing is you just have to use this here, more in the distance, more presence. So all those things I believe you already know. Am I still gonna use my template that I showed you earlier? Yes, on a fresh session. But if I go into a session that's already set up, a project that has already been started, I'm not gonna mess setting up all these buses. By the time I'm doing that, I'm already done. I just need to throw this onto the vocal channel, and I'm pretty much done. You know, let's look at the drums really quick. And those drums are not great. This is like a Logic drummer. Not that Logic drummer isn't good. It's just like for something like this, this is music, you know, that needs to be felt, and it's big and epic. So you're not gonna get that on a slightly programmed stock drum sound. That's just how it is. But let's listen to it. All right. So where do you put the EPIC plugin? Well, you put it on the room. You put it on the room, basically here. Right. And then when you mix the room in, and you also put it on the snare, right? Could use a little bit more. Right, there you go. I like it when he goes. Boring. We also put a little bit of Kramer on there to make it less digital. In context.
But the airwaves are clean and there's nobody singing to me now. No, no change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change. But I'm here in my mode, I am here in my mode. And I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mode, no, 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 no. I can't change, I can't change, I can't change.
No need for that piano, right?
I can't change, I can't change, I can't change. No change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change. No change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change. No change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change. No change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change. No change, I can't change, I can't change, I can't change. But I'm here in my mode, I am here in my mode. I am here, I am here, I am here in my mode. I am here, I am here, right here in my mode.
So yeah, the cool thing is that all these parameters during a mix, I feel like, because, you know, remember, Chris is going Wham-O, Zippo, Wham-O, Zippo. So he moves them doing song parts. So I think the important thing is to keep these dynamic. All the problem is, like, you know, White Sea, Snake Oil, he says, well, we need a controller for this. We need to be able to touch this. He's absolutely right. We need to be able to touch these. And I think, though, you can touch these with the mouse. You're on the mouse all the time, looking up things on Amazon.com. You can move the mouse over this or your trackball or whatever it is. That is doable. I mean, come on. It reacts right away. It's right there. Don't be so like, oh, I can't use my mouse for this. Yes, you can. If not, set up your MIDI controller for it, and you are good to go. And it's going to be, you know it, Wham-O, Zippo. Massivebeatzz out.
I have my baking powder, my salt, my pepper, okay, my syrup, my caramel, okay, my butterscotch. I have all these flavors, and I'm making this unbelievable cake out of it, okay? If you take them away and just do one at a time, you got a plain donut right there. A plain donut. I don't want that.